to be in England now that April's there. And whoever wakes in England sees some morning unaware that the lowest boughs and the brushwood sheaf round the elm tree bole are in tiny leaf, and the chaffinch sings on the orchard bough in England now. Well, hello, and a very, very warm welcome back to Garden Club in this, the first week in April. And I have to say, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, the blackthorn is in blossom, and all is well. We're having to get things very well covered up at the moment because the nights are really chilly, but that's okay. We have all the facilities for doing that, and so your young plants are going to be fine. There's lots of things for us to look at today. I want to show you in a few minutes the how your young plants are growing on in the low tunnel and in the frames. Before that, we have seeds to sow. And today we're going to sow two lovely things, very much really from days gone by, beautiful things, because we're going to sow some Clarkia. I don't know if you remember that. That's a gorgeous flower with the lovely tall spikes of pink flower, pink all the way up the spikes. And then Gaillardia, Gaillardia goblin, which in America they'd call the fire-wheel daisy, which is very descriptive because they're orange and red in the middle and yellow round the outside. So they will be gorgeous as well. They'll be later in the summer. The Clarkia will come earlier. But anyway, before we go any further, let's get on with that. Let's enjoy the seed sowing right away, which we're going to do in the greenhouse because it's actually too breezy outside here to sow the seeds without them blowing away. So now, let's start with the seed sowing. We'll begin with the Gaillardia, the fire-wheel daisy from North America. Lovely wild flower out there, I understand. Can't remember exactly which state it comes from. I'm feeling it's Texas, but I can't be absolutely sure without looking it up. Now, can you see? The seeds are quite interesting. They're little sort of fluffy seeds, and they're quite big, so you can put them in almost one at a time, like this. They're like little darts, actually. That's a better description of them. Darts. They blow away in the wind, you see. That's why we're in the greenhouse now, because actually the wind, because it's really quite windy this morning, and these were blowing away. So let's put them in. There we are. Spread out like that on the tray. Cover those with a little vermiculite and put the label in, and then put the lid on them, and they'll be fine. I'll put the vermiculite on in a moment or two. Right, now for the Clarkia. I think Clarkia is a lovely flower. It's a really old-fashioned thing. We used to have them in the garden years ago. It was a sort of seed we would buy, in Woolworths. Cuthbert seeds, a 6-penny packet of seeds from Woolworths. Clarkia, Godetia, nasturtiums, candy tuft, all sorts of things like that would be what we would buy because they're easy to grow. You can, in fact, you can just throw them straight in on the ground if you want to. They make nice tall spikes of flower with pink flowers all the way up the stem, and they're quite a wiry, hard stem, so they're really rather lovely. You can cut them actually and use them as a cut flower, and they're quite sturdy and strong. They're rather lovely. And actually, for something that's so easy to grow and so simple and cheap, really, to be honest, it really looks quite exotic when you cut it. It's a bit good. Right, I don't know why people don't grow them more. That again needs to be covered with some vermiculite, and put the label in there, put the lid on. There we are. Well, here's the view inside one of our low tunnels. Lots and lots of things in here that we've sown together. Lots of antirrhinums. There's some pinks that are growing over there. I don't think we did sow those together. And there's the mimulus further down. All sorts of lovely things under this low tunnel. And you know, here we are in the first week in April, and it's going to be a really, really chilly week this week. So we need to get these things well and truly covered up and anchored down so that the nighttime temperatures don't hurt them. There we are, inside a low tunnel. And look, here's the cosmos. The cosmos that you sowed a few weeks ago. And look, we've pricked them out now, and they're growing on really strongly. I know some of you were worried that they might be a bit weak, but look, they're as strong as anything, growing on beautifully. Oh, and look, we might just be able to see the begonias. They take a long time to grow. These were sown right back at the beginning of January. They're still quite little, but they'll get on their growth. By the time we're ready to plant them out at the end of May, they'll be lovely. Your geraniums are growing on well, look, in the cold frames. Looking good in there. Everything is looking well. Well, there we are. There's a little something from Garden Club for this week. Aren't your young plants looking good in the low tunnel and in the frame? Really growing on really well. And your tulips, haven't they come on well in the last week? April, of course, is the month of the tulip. Tulips are just fabulous, and April is that month, and it all changes in April. We head by the end of April, and we're going into May. It's just so different. Beautiful. Turn your back for a few minutes this time of year, and everything is growing around you, which is wonderful. So, well, I'm already looking forward to us gardening together again like this next week. But in the meanwhile, as always, do take care. And on this gorgeous sunny day, bye-bye for now. Be joyful. Always be joyful. Bye-bye. Bye-bye for now.